Grant, just kind of talk about settling into on this offensive line. You know, obviously playing with a bunch of new guys. What's it kind of been like gelling and finding some chemistry with your fellow linemen?
It's been awesome. It's probably been the most fun I've ever had in my career. I was blessed because I got out here around May 10th and just really got an opportunity to work with Connor and Jared and some of the older guys and really get ingrained with the playbook. So it's been a great experience.
You know, I think you maybe were expected at first, at least by some of us, to play right tackle.
Right.
They obviously slide you into right guard. What was kind of the conversations like with the coaches and kind of your reaction to say, hey, you're going to play interior rather than the edge?
I didn't really have much of one. I trust Coach McGuire. You know, he's coached for a very long time. He has a great reputation, and he said it'd be best for the team. So I'm all about what's going to be best for us, and it's a no-brainer.
Had you played guard before, or is it always tackle?
It was briefly in 2018. I played a little bit left guard, but mostly tackle for most of my career.
What's maybe the big thing you've noticed out here that kind of differs from playing the biggest guy?
The depth, for sure. You know, you got guys like Brennan Jackson, Ron Stone, who's injured, but is also a great player. But there's a lot of other guys on this defense that are really good players as well. So the depth is definitely the biggest difference.
Has there been maybe one of these freshmen that have really impressed you? I know there's a lot of them out there.
On the offensive line?
Yeah.
I would say Jacobus Seth. You know, he's kind of a low-key guy. He reminds me a lot of me as a freshman, actually, but he's got a lot of natural talent, really coachable, and he wants to be a great player. So I would say him.
Got a non-football one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite musical artist?
Ooh. I like a lot of old school music, but if I'm being honest, I'd probably say Drake right now. That's probably my number one.
What's kind of the main things you had to change about your game, you know, settling in at guard rather than tackle?
Just probably getting used to my stance, just always being in a three-point. At my last school, you could be in between a two and a three-point, but just really getting used to bending all the time and seeing things kind of how the center sees them and just getting used to staying low like that.
And just on the O-line in general, how have you seen them come along and that, you know, maybe since the start of this preseason or maybe since you got here in the offseason to now, what have you guys kind of improved on and what does it seem to be like, you know, highlighting for extra work?
I think we've improved on our rhythm together just playing. You know, we've always been a tight group and we've always gotten along very well. But just our rhythm with actually getting like game speed reps, I think we've taken a lot of strides with that. It's been awesome. And Connor Gomez is a big reason for that.
And then, you know, run blocking, pass protection, what seems to be, you know, is one of them maybe ahead of the other right as of right now, or one of them, you know, emphasis for a little bit of improvement?
I'd probably say we could shore up some things in the run game, but I think we're being aggressive, and I think that's the best thing. You know, that's a hard thing to coach guys to be, but we're being aggressive and we're being passionate, and I think the other stuff you can fix, but it's been good.
How nice is it to just, you know, we've heard a lot about the O-line versus D-line, just to kind of have those guys to go against and, you know, fine-tune your game against a D-line.
It's a blessing. You know, I tell guys like Brennan Jackson are hard to come by. You know, that guy who works so that hard, is that talented, and is a good person. You know, you got to take advantage of that every day because he's going to bring it. You know, but they've made us better, and we hope to make them better every single day. But it's been great competition.
Do you think maybe it's a little understated how much there seems to be, I mean, quite a bit of veteran leadership on the O-line? I know obviously they lost a few pieces from last year, but you think that's maybe a talking point that doesn't come up?
Yeah, I didn't see that when I got here. You know, I heard a lot about how it was an inexperienced group and things like that, and that's true, but it's a talented group. You know, it's a talented group. I think I fit in very well with the guys. But Connor Gomez is a great leader. You know, he's somebody, we were 6 days a week, you know, getting O-line drills done in the summertime, and that's not very common around the country. So it's one of the hardest working groups I've ever been around at any position group. And I take a lot of pride in being a part of this group. I feel very blessed.